Hey guys, it's Matt with Reliable. We're back at the Grasshopper 718. I believe it's a 2001. Got the deck number, which I'll put in the bottom here. But yeah, right now I got some play in my spindles that need to be addressed. So I'm going to be pulling the front center spindle off here and seeing what bearing numbers we got. I'm just going to replace all the bearings so then I don't have to worry about having issues with this, because right now I'm having issues and we need to get that solved. But let's go ahead and get to work. Same size. Guess I could probably take this off too, huh? You can see, got play in that one. I got play in that one, so I can only assume I've got quite a bit of play in that one. So we'll get the blade zipped off. You can hear it. It's quite a bit of play. Hopefully it's not bad enough that I can replace the bearings though. Well, let's get this off and see what we got to work with. 3/4. I think I caught some baling wire or baling twine. Yep, 1/2 inch. Let's try and get these off, hopefully without breaking. That's not promising. Hey, we got one. Let's wrench and hopefully not break it. I'm gonna work it back and forth so don't break it. Oh. Alright, we got it. Yeah, it wanted to break. I'm gonna have to buy a new bolt for that. Let's get this pulley off and see what we got to work with here. Alright, let's try and not break the pulley this time. Well, that turned out alright. Alright, I'm gonna have to consult the almighty YouTube to find out how to get this out. I'm sure that I can just push it out, but I don't want to try and push it and break something, so I'll be right back. We're gonna go ahead and press this thing out and see what we can see. Well, that happened. Don't really know what happened, but something happened. Well, that's the bearing. There's the shaft. There's where the old bearing was sitting. This is what the shaft looks like. I need to get this bearing off. It's kind of rusted on from what I can see. This is our spacer. Inside is pretty rusty. Need to get emery cloth on that. That's our old bearing that just exploded inside. And that's what the inside looks like. Doesn't feel too bad inside. I don't know. I'll send some pictures to my uncle and see what he thinks. This bearing is actually still good, but if you're gonna replace one, you replace them all. So now what we got here is we got this cylinder that the shaft goes into. It's just a spacer. It's all rusted. I've taken the wire wheel and cleaned this up as best as I can. Now we're going to do the same to the inside of this. I just have some emery cloth I'm going to try and get cleaned up here. Alright, so I got the brand new bearing, and then these are sealed bearings, but what I want to do is open one side so I have bearings that I can grease, and then the other side that holds the grease in, so then when I Put this on top and this one will go on the bottom so they can both be greased. And I specifically bought these. These are removable. Just remove the seal. There's your bearings. And we can go ahead and start trying to stick this thing back together. Take this bearing. Always hit it on the outside, not the inside of the bearing. So that gets good and seated now, flat surface. So switch to the other side. I think I'm doing this backwards. I think I'm supposed to put the top one in last. So we'll try and knock this out without breaking things. Right. Okay, time to put it in the vise. Okay, I've hammered this in. Always make sure and hammer the outside when you're pushing it in, so you're not hammering the inside of the bearing. I'm gonna flip this over. So greasing the inside of this, and I'll send some. Don't really need to put it on the outside because this is just a spacer, but I'm gonna set that in there. I'm gonna pre-grease our bearing a little more. Got that all pre-greased. Make sure everything looks like it's relatively debris free before I start smashing things in places. Okay. Now we're going to take the hammer to this. Okay. Now we're going to take our the shaft here that we've pre-greased and probably got a bunch of junk on. Turn this upside down. Make sure that you got your spacer as well as you can. Maybe you don't want to pre-grease this because it's squirting a lot of grease out. I'm learning. I've only watched like 2 YouTube videos on this because there isn't a lot of videos on the bearing replacement, so that's why I'm doing this video, because I didn't see very many. Okay, now we have to grease it. I'll be back when things actually get interesting with the grease. Yeah, I feel like I've thoroughly packed this bearing. I did start hearing some pushing out of this seal. Now we got to clear up this spacer here. You can see where the key was sitting on it. Line it up with the key. We're going to put this stuff back in, and then I got 2 more to do. I will probably show you some highlights, but I'm probably just going to knock these other 3 out. I already showed you what to do here. Make sure and pull the pulley. It's got the spacer. Press this out. Replace the bearings. Fill her full of grease. I did buy some extra or new bolts for these, so I won't have to put the old ones in there that almost broke on me. But if I have any break on me, I'll film it. At least let you know. Lessons learned. So right here, when I was trying to use the pulley deal, I was trying to use this. It got into the threads and kind of goofed things up, so put the bolt in there. When I did that, solved that issue. Well, as my uncle said, one broken bolt makes a 5-minute project turn into a 6-hour project. I got 2 broken bolts. So, 12-hour project. We're going to try and drill these out and see if we can save them, but not excited about it. I cleaned everything up as best I could, wiped it all up, got this all cleaned up, and the inside is cleaned up the best I could. Again, I ended up breaking 2 bolts, having to redo those. I don't know if they're gonna marry up because I didn't quite get them centered, so I guess we'll figure that out. But yeah, I did see that there's different numbers on these. This one, you can see, is 6205 RST, but this one is 5205 RST. This is 6205 RST. This was on the top, this is on the bottom. There's a whole bunch of grease underneath the pulley, and it's because this has got smashed somehow. I don't know how the pulley got, how the bearing got smashed, but I'm gonna go ahead and start getting this thing back together. We're working on this third one. This is what my top bearing looked like. Still in fairly good shape, not bad. And this was the bottom one. This one was pretty worn out. This was disconnected. It was bad. So we'll get this one cleaned up. I did not break any bolts on that one, so it's gonna be fairly simple trying to get this thing cleaned up. Slap back together and we'll see what we got. All together, let's fire this thing up and see what it sounds like. I can tell you it sounds way better than what it did. Actually, it's the quietest it's ever sounded, so I don't know how long those bearings been going bad, but they're all good and greased up. I'm gonna go get changed up and we're gonna go mow some lawn because I haven't mowed for over a week. What's going on, guys? Today we're going to try and do a quick thing here. I have some steering issues going on, as you can see. That really wasn't the issue, but I'll show you what I got going on here. So I'm pretty proud of this, actually. I had some steering issues here with this steering arm. So in a quick pinch, I went ahead and zip tied the crap out of it so I could still finish the lawn mowing. So what happened was I ended up forgetting all about that I had zip tied this, and I've mowed the lawn twice since then. I ordered the part right after I found out it was broken, but nothing was happening to make me remember that I needed to fix it. But when I was cleaning up the building the other day, I found my parts, and yeah, we're gonna fix it now. So let's see if we can get found out. Here's my part right here. I don't know how the best way is I'm gonna do this, where you can actually see something. But I got the part. Let's go ahead and open it up, maybe. All right, there's the part that I need. Just gotta get it installed now. I got the actual nut is on there. So get that loosened up. I got 2 pieces. If you need to replace that, I got this part number here, 10-13451. I just got off Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. And yeah, let's go ahead and take this bad boy apart and get it replaced. As you can see, that thing just fell right out. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to take this whole thing out. Alrighty, this thing's obviously just wore out, if you could see. There's a lot of play in there. And this one had so much play that you could just come in and out. This comes in and out with no problem. So got this loose, but I'm still trying to get this freed up so I can get it off. Oh, there it goes. Got that. Our new part that hopefully is going to work. Hopefully. Guess we'll find out. This is our old part. This is our new part. They're relatively the same length. New one's just a little bit shorter. But we'll see what comes of this. I'm gonna see if this is the same thread. This one's so loose, I might see if that other one, I didn't buy it with that intent, but I'll see if that other one actually works. Because I don't know. Well, you got it apart. If you're able to replace it, replace it. This is where I made the mistake. I bought the 10-13-451 and 10-2209. Guessing one was right hand thread, one was left hand thread. And I'm guessing this is the left hand thread, meaning I can't put this on there. On the Grasshopper 718, these shafts are left hand and right hand thread, so what would be the passenger side is right hand thread, and then the driver's side, the left side, is left hand thread. I apparently bought one of each instead of buying two right hand thread because I wasn't sure, was not 100% sure if I was getting a left hand or right hand thread, so well. In the diagram I can see 2 left hand thread and 6 right hand thread. Well, that thing is going to need to be replaced though, sooner than later. It is getting to be pretty clapped out. Especially compared to this one that's got that rubber boot on it that doesn't move, and then this one just sits there and moves. Well, put this thing back together. Down there with the new part. Old part's over there. I guess I already know if it goes bad I can replace it. Got these other part here, but it looks like it's still in good shape. That one's in good shape now. That one could use replacing here soon, but I guess we'll go ahead and wait since I didn't order the part already. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you like it, throw me a thumbs up. Have any comments or questions I can try and answer, go ahead and drop them down below. Other than that, we'll see you in the next video. See you guys.